Hey there, this is Pamela Jordan of Boss Up Marketing, a division of Boss Up Enterprises. And as I promised, I was going to do a cookie review, a Girl Scout cookie review, and I plan to do that. But before I get into all of that, I want you to do all of the things. I want you to do the liking, the sharing, the following, the subscribing, the bell notifications. I want you to do all of that so that you can be made aware of future episodes that air on my channel, okay? So, hello to everybody. As you can see, I'm in the classroom. I have a few minutes, and I'm just going to share with you another topic, which is this Girl Scout review, and we're going to infuse some marketing concepts in there and things that I've learned along the way, okay? So, first of all, Girl Scouts. Let's do just a few fun facts about Girl Scouts. Did you know that this is it's a girl-led organization? They inspire entrepreneurship among young girls, and I think the number was like 10 million girls across 146 countries. So it is both here and abroad. So they're all over the world, okay? And, they were like chartered by the United States Congress in 1950. It was founded in, I want to say 1912, right? In Savannah, Georgia. And they have these 5, target skills that they teach, like goal setting, decision making, business ethics, people skills, money management. They do all these things, all the things that I actually teach my students. So, and not to date myself, but I kind of am, I was even a Girl Scout growing up. And so it's been around for a long time. It's tried and true. They instill some really good qualities. And I can even remember this thing still to this day that we used to say as part of our troop, getting the meeting started. We would say, whenever you make a promise, consider well its importance, and when made, engrave it upon your heart. Now, if you say that every day for some years, after a while, it just sticks in your spirit. And so I'm really big on promises. Thanks, Girl Scouts. So anyways, and our Girl Scout leaders, okay? So that's a little bit about Girl Scouts. So look, the 2 flavors, let's just jump right in, okay? Because the 2 flavors I'm going to talk about today, let me show you the box. One is Thin Mints, and the second is a new flavor that they introduced this year called Adventurefuls, okay? And I don't know if the names are showing backwards or not, but just the same, I'll be talking you through it. Now, if you ever do consumer packaged goods marketing, right, on a corporate scale, packaging and the details on the package are very important. Consistency in your packaging and your branding are very important, okay? So I'll just point out some things that Girl Scouts has done, and maybe some things that I'm questioning, based on my review of the packaging. So most corporations will have a legal team whose job is to review what you submit as a marketing team, your packaging for your brand, and they ensure that all of the United States required information is on there. But if they see some inconsistencies, they'll push back, give it back to you. You have to go fix it. The whole point of that is to save money, because if you have errors on your packaging, okay, if you have errors, then you might have to spend money fixing it, and you don't want that. So the legal team has a very important job of ensuring that everything is on point, okay? So let's start with the Thin Mints, okay? Thin Mints, one of my favorite flavors. I don't know if a lot of you know that people put it in the freezer and keep it, and they eat them cold, honey. That's how good they are. They're just that good. They have a mint flavor that just lingers once you bite it. It's just amazing. And so, yeah, it's like it tells you that it's a crispy chocolate wafer dipped in a mint fudge coating. It does all of that, okay? It is thin. Here's what the cookie looks like. It is thin, relatively thin. It's, covered in the fudge chocolate things. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. This can be a meal occasion. And the thing I like about what they do with their cookies is that they package them to preserve the quality of it over time. And so, they don't get stale quick because they help us with this nice packaging, right? So here's some things on the packaging that you will find. Nutrition facts. And if you are a health conscious person, or you're just interested in seeing what is in these cookies, they must put the ingredients. They must tell you if there are certain allergen inspired ingredients, that people might be allergic to, like soy, wheat, and all these things, peanuts, things like that. They tell you the sugar, sodium, cholesterol content, how many servings are in there, how many cookies equate to one serving, all those things. And then on the front, well, this is the back thing. They have now turned GIRL into an acronym, and it's go-getter, innovator, risk-taker, and leader. And it's because, they want you to know that they focus on STEM, which is a big buzzword these days in industry. Outdoor skills, life skills, entrepreneurship, all of these things is what they help the girls learn. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then on another panel, it talks about Girl Scout cookies proceeds stay local, which is very cool. And so, again, they talk about what skills they're teaching the girls, and then they put the flavor at the bottom. So the sticky note, graphics is there. And then on the front, they tend to put an image up there showing you the types of activities that the girls do as part of Girl Scouts. And it's pretty cool. So then they have the logo, the Girl Scouts logo. Now, let me tell you what's interesting. On the Adventurefuls box, which we'll talk about that, there's a different logo up there, which is probably their current logo, and I don't know if this is the old one, but for me, that would represent a question of consistency, right? And when you have graphics on your boxes, make sure that you zoom in as much as you can on the idea of the girls doing things. Like the trees back here, probably on a team that I may have been on, we would have cropped some of that tree moment to give more life to the actual Girl Scout that are featured in the image on the front of the packaging. These are things that are nitpicky, but when you're in corporate marketing, that's what they want. Hey, you have to do it with a fine-tooth comb, okay? So same here. This was a pretty good representation because you see what they're doing. You're not wasting real estate on the front packaging by showing all those trees. We know you're outside with a big canoe over your head, right? Or whatever it is. And so this is an example, and you have all the required legal, packaging weights and things like that. And, so that's pretty cool. And I think I covered, yeah. And then, now mind you, I have opened these and eaten them, so don't play with me. But listen, they put the name of, the cookie on the top flap so that depending on how you store them in your cabinets, you'll know what it is, that it's a cookie and not some other product. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now with Adventurefuls. Adventurefuls says, this is the box, this is a new flavor. Indulgent brownie-inspired cookies with caramel or caramel, however you say it, flavored cream, and a hint of sea salt. So this is what the cookie looks like. It reminds you of possibly another brand that's out there with the stripes, and the fudge covered in the things. And then on the packaging, it suggests it has a couple of pieces of brownie there. Now, if you put a brownie on my package, you put a brownie on my box, I'm going to be thinking soft, chewy, chocolatey, fudgy, I may not think crispy, crunchy, whatever. Well, the reason why I put the Thin Mints today with this Adventureful is because really, if you take the mint out of this, put some fudge stripes and some caramel in the middle, you almost have Adventureful. Okay, so to me, this was a play on the cookie dough over here, but let's dial it up and give them something new. And so then it's a crunchy cookie and it's not a chewy cookie, which most consumers tend to link brownies to. You don't think crunchy brownies, you think gooey, ooey, not runny gooey, but chewy gooey, right? So for me, Thin Mint is always going to be a sure thing when the orders go out. This one, it was okay. It wasn't bad. I ate it, but I would go with this. Now, here's the other thing. This was an accident, but it worked for me. I had a cup of coffee nearby, right? And one of these cookies fell in my coffee. It instantly became softened, right? Instantly almost. And I ate the cookie anyway. Let me tell you, it was amazing. Now, mind you, I had a little creamer in my coffee and whatnot and such. But when this here cookie fell in my coffee and I took it out and ate it, because I'm not going to waste no good Girl Scout cookie, it was the best cookie. It was better. Now, I'm not trying to tell Girl Scouts what to do. I'm saying you might want to throw a little tad of espresso up on this cookie right here. You might be on to something. Adventureful, call it coffeeful, honey. Call it expressful, honey, because that coffee healthy. But look, so I always give this a 10 out of 10. If I had a rank, I would give this like a 6.5, 7, because they tried and they did come up with something new. I give you credit for product innovation, right? You have to keep product news going. And every year we look for a new flavor pretty much. So kudos to Girl Scouts. However, we might need to go back to the lab and deliver on the promise that the box told us, which was... This is supposed to be a brownie inspired. This was a Thin Mint inspired without the mint. Let's do that. Okay, let's be clear. So, with that said, that's my first cookie review. I will be eating these in a second. Yes, I will, and reheat my coffee. But look, I got students coming. This is my little planning time, so I took about 5 or 10 minutes to talk to you. And I will see you for segment number 2. I haven't figured out what 2 flavors I'm going to pair, but I will be doing that soon, so look for the next video. And again, do the like, share, comment, bell notification, subscribe, tell others, send the love, spread the love to everybody, because I'm trying to grow this channel. And this is definitely business and marketing, inspired with a twist and with my personal stamp on there. So thanks for joining me. Have a good day. And yeah, I'll see you on the next Girl Scout Cookie Review 2022.